I'm not good at hiding my emotions with anybody that's fake. I can take doses of fake people, but if you expect me to be around somebody that is fake, it's going to be a problem.
I have less tolerance than I used to for that. But I also try to look at it like this, like, ooh, that sucks to be them.
Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews. We have full shows, we've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go. And now you can calm down with us. Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. Hey, welcome to the pregame, everybody.
Hi.
You know the drill. You submit the questions. We try to answer them. And Charissa, this one, wait for it, I sound like I'm 75, really stumped us.
Oh, God. The question comes from Blake Johnson at 1298, and you would think it'd be easy for us to answer. But when you've done this job for so long, you've interviewed a lot of people. The question is one current player you want to interview, but haven't yet. Erin and I were thinking about this. We have obviously been very lucky. Erin, you interview a lot more people than I do because
you do NFL films, so you get to talk to a lot of guys.
Yes, and I love that. And those are actually some of my favorite things, long form interviews. But I'm saying, like, in all your post game interviews, your production meetings, like, you get access to all of, like, a lot of these guys. I would say, if I have to say football, this is what I like. Caleb Williams. My idea here is, like, you interview a rookie in the league and then you re-interview them in 5 years and you almost pull back up the answers to their questions in their rookie season. And then 5 years later, like, how much they've learned in that time span. So someone like him, when you talk about a current player, but outside of football, I really would want to interview a Ronaldo or a Messi because in my limited experience of covering soccer, I've covered one World Cup for Yahoo Sports years and years ago, but I was blown away by, football is our mecca here in the NFL, but football on a global scale, soccer on a global scale is insane. And I can't imagine. And I watched his wife's reality show. What a gal she is. I just think it's fascinating. The stardom that they have on a global level. So Ronaldo or Messi would be mine outside of American football. Yours?
This was hard because, like you said, we get a lot of these guys in production meetings. I know that's not like a sit down interview that we get to do for the Fox pregame show. I've talked to this guy a million times, especially when he was the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. I have not done a sit down interview ever with him. I'd love to talk to D'Amico. I know that you just did one and you said it was great, right?
Erin, when I tell you, I have never sat, and I have been very lucky to sit with great, and this is not a knock on any previous coaches that I've sat with and players. I have never walked out of an interview and wanted to be a better person the way that I did with D'Amico Ryans. I left there. I had to sit there for a second after he left the room and be like, and look around, and I looked at our camera guys and our production crew, and I go, does anybody else feel like they're a terrible human and you just want to go back out into the world and
well,
try this again?
Reaction.
No, because it's just, he's so infectious and motivating. And I remember Richard Sherman telling me, because he had played underneath him in San Francisco, and Richard responds very well to a positive type of coach, like a Pete Carroll, that instead of, speaking negatively, like, oh, you fucked that up. It's like, hey, you did great here, but let's work on this area because I think you could be better here. And just that, flip of the script, instead of leading with negativity, D'Amico leads with so much positivity. And I was like, and I can't wait actually to see that piece come together for NFL Films this season when it airs. I'll make sure to let all of our listeners know.
Let us know.
But no, that I think you would love it, because sometimes you and I, we definitely vent and we use our friendship for a lot of different reasons, but to keep us out of therapy, we just vent to each other. Yeah. And I think sometimes when you meet those people that are so positive, you're like, okay, I'm going to try not to bitch as much. Yeah. And then I go back to bitching. But at least for a minute, I'm positive.
I will say I had a chance a couple years ago to interview the entire offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles.
She's
and
like with
it
the
was
entire Arizona offensive line.
Oh, what was that from?
She was on vacation
For
from
Christmases?
the breakup. From the breakup. My
That's
sister.
hysterical. I would love to
Sorry.
sit down again with another offensive line group.
Yes. That was what, is that hard for you to do those kinds of interviews? I sat down with the offensive line for the Detroit Lions, and those guys, as you know, like they don't love the spotlight. Like they're guys that are just, get into the trenches, do our job. And so it's like, you got to pull stuff out of them. Not everyone's like a Trent Williams that is, so large and bigger than life. But I don't know. Sometimes I find those interviews really difficult for me. I love them, but they're just hard. It's a good challenge.
Yeah, Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey obviously are the talkers in that group, but everybody else was so much fun. I just remember our photo that I have with those big beauties, and it was one of my favorites. Judy Witt _ you heard me, how do you handle fake people? I can't. I have the worst time handling them. I am not an actress. I'm not good at hiding my emotions with anybody that's fake. I can take doses of fake people, but if you expect me to be around somebody that is fake, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think
it's not good.
I don't know. I have less tolerance than I used to for that. But I also try to look at it like this, like, ooh, that sucks to be them. Like, I feel bad. Look, I don't have life figured out. I got a lot of deficiencies that I work on daily. But one thing that I do try to pride myself on, and I know you're the same way, we almost do it to a fault. I know Constance gets mad at us, which is very sweet. She's like, stop self-deprecating on everything. But you and I are both very self-aware. So I think sometimes when I see fake people, I almost feel bad for them. I feel bad that they're putting on this act. And I think about how much energy it must take to have this facade and to play this character or play this role. And they must get home or get in their car after they're done performing and be like, that's exhausting. I obviously sometimes get in trouble for being so real, but I think that it's a lot less weight to carry in being authentic. So for fake people, I feel bad for you. And I hope that one day you can just be who you really want to be. And it's very liberating, is what I will say to that.
I got to a point. Yeah. Let's go.
No, go. No, what were you going to say?
When we talked about being so self-deprecating, and this is a topic for the big show, which we've already talked about, I almost go out of my way to just cut myself down, which isn't a good quality in front of other people so they will feel comfortable. And we got to a 4th of July party and I had a massive, massive super duper breakout, used an incredible scrub, have some anxiety right now in my life. And wow, it's just like you said, topography, and people can see it. Like there's no way they can miss it on my face. But I felt the need when people were like, oh my God, good to see you guys. We haven't seen you guys since the winter. I was like, yeah, but my zits are so excited to see you. Like we get it, Erin. Yeah. Everyone in the entire barbecue heard it. So, but I feel like it's comfortable for them to hear it instead of looking at me and going home and being like, whoa.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Gross.
And I don't know, but I think that's sometimes, I think it's also part of your charm is that you are so like open about it. But yeah, I don't know if maybe we can both like be less
toner D.
Yeah, we could use some toner. Maybe that'll stop the breakout. Anonymous, my friends always hijack our dinner conversation to talk about their kids. Help.
Ooh.
You take this away, sister. You have a kid.
I'm trying really, really hard, except for lately I've been my poor dear friend Charissa has been hearing a lot of shit in her life about this. But we try really hard not to, because we're kind of like, who wants to hear about your kid? I don't know. I think also too, that has a lot to do with Jarrett and I having kids so late in our life. Now, am I guilty of pulling out the photo and sending everybody pictures of Mac walking and this and this? But yeah, we're doing that. But I think we're super conscious of it because we forever were the ones that were like, it's just us. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think about it like that. Like you're trying to be sensitive maybe to other people that like want a kid and don't have one. I think if anything, I'm the one that has to like ask you, like, because you don't want to do that. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Or I ask you like for more pictures or more videos of Mac because I just want to know his every moment. I wish I could have like a tracker on him and like see what he's doing. But I don't know. I think in this particular situation, like if that's all they want to talk about, see if you can steer the conversation like in a different direction. Like ask them
like
questions.
a host.
Like you have to be like, okay, we don't want to go down this lane anymore. So like redirect the conversation to things that don't have anything to do with their kids. And if they keep going back to it, be like, okay, who wants to play a drinking game called Your Kids? Every time you mention them, we're going to take a drink.
And if they don't get the point, I wouldn't go to dinner with them anymore. We're bored.
Exactly.
Or they're paying.
Wait, I love his name. Going with the flow 22. Are you counting the days until football season or wishing for more summer days? I love your handle on your name. I think it's both. I think I'm leaving tomorrow on a red eye to go do an interview for NFL Films. And I already looked at my calendar for the rest of July and it's 20 days of work, which is great. So I already feel like I'm kind of back in the swing of the season, not our normal schedule swing. So yeah, I'm excited. I do wish I had like one more week to just do like, I want to go meet you where you're at right now. I want to like, there's other things I want to do and I'm not going to be able to do them. So yeah, I just wish there was more days, but it doesn't mean that I don't want to work because I love our job. And I know like even, watching TV right now and all these like the camps and everything that are going to start and OTAs, all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's a little bit of both. You?
I miss the news coming from camps. I wish, no offense to the boys, I wish they would report and not because I'm like interested, I am right now, there's a couple of football players out here. And so I'm like, what's going on? What's new?
Yeah.
I also start to get super like panic, like shit. When do I start like putting my notes together? Yep. Prepping. Mm-hmm. But I missed the chatter before we got on. I said to Ryan, what's new in the sports world? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I feel like politics is what's taking center stage right now.
Yeah, sure is. That's another podcast for another day, not ours. Go for it, sister.
Miranda Cardinal. So sorry, you guys. Any new animals coming to Ruby Ranch?
Oh, so sweet. We were actually just talking about this yesterday. I wish I could take all the animals. Sweet Tony, who takes care of the ranch when we're not there. I try to be cognizant of not adding more and more animals now, just because she needs additional help. These animals obviously need like Pilot needs his medicine every day. Like there's certain things and that are a lot of responsibilities. So I'm not currently adding to the roster at Ruby Ranch, but I would love to get some sheep. I want to get another horse at some point. So yeah, there's obviously always plans to increase the tribe there. I just have to make sure that I am cognizant of Tony's workload and making sure that the other animals don't suffer because I'm continuing to add more. But yeah, sheep.
Where's another good?
Oh my God, she killed a snake this morning. She sent me a picture. There was a Tony. She sent me a picture. So Steve had to kill a snake last time we were there, not this, like the last time. And it was a massive rattlesnake. She sent us a picture this morning, Erin. It was, I'm not kidding, this must have been like an 8-foot long snake. It was so massive. And it's right where I feed Oz, like on the side of my house. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't see that. Snakes, I mean, it's inevitable. Like it's a ranch. There's going to be snakes. And when it's hot out, like Dion has a ranch in Texas and Sanders and talks about how many rattlesnakes there are. Y'all, Kelly?
Y'all.
I don't know what I would do if like, I mean, I've seen the snakes, but like having to like, if I even got close enough where I could have been like, I don't know, stepped on it or something. Like Steve was out on his bare feet the other day and I go, what is wrong with you? Like if you step on like a rattlesnake, a cockroach, like anything, it's over. I don't know. You're in the woods. Are there rattlesnakes there? Scary.
Are we out of the woods? No, we don't have rattlesnakes. We saw a baby fox outside our house today.
Cute.
There's bears. There's a couple of bears, which I don't want to see. But yeah.
Did you see that video of that mom? Oh, it was on our text chain. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Oh my God, yeah.
This mom was incredible. Her baby like walked out the back door and the baby was like, oh, look, a bear, like said bear.
And she was
and
like,
the mom was like,
"Bear!"
come back here, Phoebe or whatever the kid's name was. And she was like, oh shit, it was actually a bear, and like grabbed the kid and like ran back inside. That is cuckoo. There is a lot of like videos because I get on like the Ring cameras up at the lake house that these bears are like, and I feel bad. Did you see actually in LA, there was a bear like
pool?
in a neighborhood park, like in the pool, or like these poor bears are getting displaced because all of these like residential places, you know, are like being constructed, and it's like displacing these animals. It is very sad, but oh my God, a bear.
I would poop.
That was a long answer to this question.
No, that's great. JRep021, sorry, I'm stealing from you. Ideal Sunday morning in the off season. Mine is, I can't sleep in anymore. Anyways, cup of coffee, sitting outside, take me to brunch, and a Sauv Blanc or a mimosa. I'm good. I'm excited. Happy.
Oh, that's a great one. I do love a brunch situation. I also like not having to wake up. I mean, you wake up earlier than I do with the babes. But yeah, I like that there isn't an alarm. Like that first Sunday after the season's over, and that alarm's not going
Sundays.
off at 3:30 a.m.
Yeah, no.
You know what? You know who I think about every time my alarm goes off on a Sunday at 3:30 a.m. is news anchors or the Good Morning Football peeps of the world that we love that do a morning show every single day. I don't know. Do you ever, I guess we could ask Shregs or Jamie, do you ever get used to that? When that alarm goes off I used to always think I wanted to host a morning show. Now I'm not so sure. I mean, look,
I know, but I want to host it with you.
No, I would wake up our dream to host like the Kelly and whatever version of it is.
Yeah, because that's 9 o'clock. We're fine there.
Yeah,
we're manifesting that. We can do that. We're gonna be cut. Yeah, that's gonna be our new job. That's our fun. That's fine.
We
would crush
dream
that.
jobs, but like it'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Doing a morning show. Can we get like a petition? Can people start signing a petition? Oh, we'll just again, we're in our manifestation.
I feel like Fox should have us do like a morning show
at
9 o'clock.
Aunt
I was going to say Rupert.
Rupert, is that you? Aunt Tinks, TNKS. What do you like most about your job? Oh God. I guess what I like most is that it doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah.
I feel like it is something where we get to.
It feels a little bit like a job.
Sure. Or the 3:30 a.m. thing. But I mean, look, we get to hang out. I mean, especially, you know, we talk all the time on our podcast. I'm here on our podcast because what else are we talking on right now? About our guys that we go on the road with or in studio with our family. And I just love that every time I get to go to quote work is with people I love and consider family. It's the freaking best. And like the guys in the league are awesome. And just, I don't know, it's a dream job. It always has felt that way.
Agreed. You get the best seat in the house to the most talented, athletic beasts there are in professional sports. You get to see it up close and personal. I have like 30 best friends on my crew that I love so much. That's been really cool about, you know, Tom coming to our crew is that, you know, I've kind of been saying, okay, so this person is this, and he's my work husband, and then this person is my other work husband, and this guy. So that's like, it kind of refreshes you that I apparently am married to a lot of men, but know that like all these guys are just your closest friends. And actually the other night, somebody said to me, like, who's the biggest asshole in the league that you don't want to talk to? And I was like, no one. Everyone is so nice and so inviting and just always so cool to me that I love that about the NFL.
Yep. It's the best. It's a dream job. And that's why we are so grateful for it. We got a lot to discuss on the big show. Oh, we have another one. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're right. Okay. You guys, we talked about this before. We love anonymous questions, but then we have follow-ups, right? Like we're just naturally inquisitive about, we need more information. So we've got our first anonymous follow-up from August of last year. The anonymous said, kissed my best guy friend, give it a shot or stay friends. We told her, Erin, why not?
Go for it.
Go for it. And the follow-up is?
Go for it.
We gave it a try, and then he tore his ACL. I attempted to nurse him back to health and ended up fighting. We ended up fighting, and he didn't love me taking care of him. He wanted to take care of me. Sweet, but he wasn't capable of that. The man was on crutches. Anyway, we are back to being besties and closer than ever. He moved a few blocks away from me, and we are each other's number one supporters.
You're going to end up back together.
I think that's very impressive that you could go back to the best friend situation because, I mean, I don't know how physical y'all got, but I feel like if you slept together and then you could just easily go back to being friends.
Says kissed, though.
What? That's it? I think she left out some
kiss best guy
information.
friend, give it a shot or stay friends. I know, I had it in my mind too that they got physical.
He tore his ACL while being physical. I got it. I see what's going on here. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just think that that's very impressive if you can go right back. So I feel like once that line's been crossed, you like always, even if you don't have the feelings anymore, you cross the line and you can't undo it. But good for you.
I think these people are going to hook back up. I think they're going to hook back up after a couple tequila waters. And it's like Jerry and Elaine from Seinfeld. It was like, want to give it a try? They hooked up in the beginning. Okay. And then they hooked up in the middle again.
Oh.
And then like there was apparently the last episode when they were going to go down in the plane. And I think Elaine was going to tell Jerry she always loved him. But then it ended up, sorry if I'm spoiling the Seinfeld finale, but that was like 100 years ago.
I think it's been over for a while. You're good on that one. Don't worry about that. I mean,
another thing.
Entire series called Curb Your Enthusiasm after that. I don't think he's worried about you ruining the ending of Seinfeld.
Oh my God, we have a headline coming up for the big show saying, embrace those awkward sex talks. I feel like you will have a lot to say.
I'm not awkward about anything. I mean, I think that's the problem. If we've learned anything here about me, it's that, I'm an open book. How about when I tried to explain the Dare to DM at Mac's birthday party and people were like, you did what? I was like, guys, look, there's a time and a place for everything.
That's amazing. And with that, I think we're going to say goodbye to everyone because we are all out of time. And we'll keep this going on the big show.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be your 87. You'll be my 89.
Oh,
that was so cute. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.